What up, guys? If you've spent any time with us at all, you know I say all the time that reading is the number one survival skill to have. So I wanted to give you about like 5 or 6 books that I think are essential for your collecting and perusing and learning from. The first is something that everybody needs, and let's just get right into it. You need a field guide to edible wild plants. I love Sam Thayer. He's a wonderful resource, and like all of the plants in here, he's done something with. There are so many plants, or plant guides more specifically, that have just like pass down information that ultimately like no one knows if it's true or not, and a lot of it is wrong. Actually, Sam Thayer goes back through history of field guides, and he's found like a common plant myths that have just been propagated for generations because they were copied from books, copied from other books, copied from other books. And Sam is a wonderful resource, and he actually traces back how those plant misconceptions came. He's a wonderful resource. He's got a YouTube channel, but Sam Thayer, he just put out this field guide for edible wild plants, and it's actually what we use in all of our classes now. We did away with Peterson's field guides, though we still kind of like go through them, but these are the ones that I pass out in class. This is what I keep in my bug out bag. This is what I keep in my backpack when we're in the field. Like Sam Thayer's edible wild plants field guide. It's an essential book to have for your life, your survival skills, your prepping, your everything. Get this one before you get any other field guides. Let's talk about what started it off for me, and that's Tom Brown's, and this is his field guide to wilderness survival. This is an amazing book. I love how he's got like illustrations. That's kind of a common thing in all these books. He's got some plant knowledge. He's got water purification, stuff about shelters, debris huts, wiki ups, thatching. This is a really wonderful book to get started. If you know nothing and you want to have a great base of information to start from, Tom Brown, he's a wonderful resource. Rest in peace, but he's brought a lot of enjoyment to my life and education through going to his survival school, learning all this stuff from him, and we hope to like pass his torch along to the next generation just because he's had such an influence on my life. If I was going to talk about survival skills at all and not mention Morris Gahansky, he's a bow reel forest survival expert, but this is his bushcraft book, and I really like what he's done for people, and he gives lots of really good techniques for surviving like when it's super cold. He has like lots of fire, like the Morris Gahansky super shelter, if you're and how to like build reflector walls, but if you have never used a knife before, the knife craft section of this book is really going to move you along exponentially. You have to be really aware of like your blood bubble, the triangle of death, and like how to use a knife correctly with like your chest lever grip. And there's so much in here. And for me to mention any books without mentioning Morris Gahansky, like it's an essential to have in your library and to read through. And man, that guy, like, he went out and he would survive with like just a pot, and like everything would fit into his pot. I don't know if he's still living or not, but he's got some great stuff. And this thing's cheap. It's like $20, you know. Another $20 for that one, and this field guide I think was a little bit more expensive. But yeah, like $30 for all these pages. That's hard to beat. Hard to beat. The next book I want to talk about, like, food is such a priority. We talked about that on a couple of these videos here recently, talking about like the Lykov family bugging out in Siberia and like the amount of traps that they did. But like building, like we have active hunting and passive trapping, and the calories in, calories out ratio for trapping is like way better. So this is the Trapper's Bible, and who is this by? Eustace Hazard Livingston. So anybody with a middle name Hazard, you should take a look at. But this is just a like diagram after diagram of trap triggers, trapping. We say there's a couple different ways to kill things like blood loss, strangulation, snapping its neck. But he talks about like where to trap, how to set up traps. This is a wonderful resource on how to trap and things. Of course, you know, it goes hand in hand with your tracking, but there are wonderful diagrams of like deadfalls, like figure fours, like Paiute traps, and then like taking them to the next level, like with like snaring deer and stuff. It's a great book. It's a great reference book for trapping. So get you the Trapper's Bible. One of the last books that I want to talk about is really not so much a bushcrafting book, more a like homesteading woodworking book. And this is called The Anarchist Tool Chest. It's by Christopher Schwartz. But this talks about, and it tells a story, but it talks about like all the wood, like throughout history, carpenters and craftsmen would want the ability to take their tools wherever they went. And so every craftsman, kind of like a mark and like what they would show for like prospective jobs would be, take a look at my tool chest. So Christopher Schwartz in The Anarchist Tool Chest. It's not the Anarchist Cookbook. Not to be confused. This is about how to make a tool chest using the planes, scrapers, chisels, the least amount of tools that you possibly can, and then put all of your belongings in that tool chest so that you can easily access them. You can take them anywhere you want. And I mention this because this is like the first step into carpentry, into woodworking, into like fine woodworking. Now you can, immediate function, perfection of the art. You can go like really crazy with like dovetails and like piston fit drawers, and like but this will give you all the information that you need to make a tool chest that's just for you. And I think that it goes in line with all the bushcraft and survival books. This is just elevating it to the next level. So get Christopher Schwartz, The Anarchist Tool Chest. Now, shameless plug, I want to plug our Survival Essentials workbook. We have it at sustainablehomestead.com, and it's what we've kind of structured all of our survival classes on. And if you get that book, know that you will have like everything we teach in one book if you spend enough time reading that book, and you can learn everything that our entire curriculum has to offer. But it's distilled in its most easy form. We teach crash course survival, a one day survival course, a 5-day survival course, even our more advanced, and then even our survival evolutions are all based on that framework. So I would be remiss if I didn't direct you to our Survival Essentials workbook. In addition to the books that I just mentioned, reading is the #1 skill. The lessons we learned are written on the tombstones of others. Would you rather fail yourself or be able to call in all the information from previous generations? And at the same time, becoming a prolific writer and writing to pass on to the next generation. Reading is like the #1 skill to have. So thanks for watching this video. If you've made it this far, I know that you are passionate for life and serious about surviving whatever the universe throws at you. Drop us a like and make sure you subscribe so you never miss any information. But ultimately, sustainablehomestead.com is the place to go for more information. Shave decades off the time it would take you to figure this stuff out on your own. A lot of time, money, pain, blood, sweat, and tears will save you. Look through the resource at Sustainable Homestead. Join us for our weekly mastermind call. It's every week. There's survivalists, preppers, farmers, ranchers, permaculture designers, project managers. We all meet to talk about building abundance for ourselves, our families, and our communities. If you want the download of information and you want to get your hands in the field or in the dirt, and learn as much as you can in a very condensed amount of time. I highly encourage you to check out one of our in-person classes at the Sustainable Homestead Institute. There's really no better way to learn this than under the watchful eye of a very skilled mentor. And that's the place to either book your private trip or sign up for one of our classes that are open to the open enrollment, right? Open to the public. So thanks for watching again. As always, preparation today means peace of mind tomorrow, and we'll see you in the future. Stay ready.